Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Charlottesville today. Kind of a stormy start to the day.
Yeah, very stormy start. My dog didn't like it. What about your dogs?
You have a dog now?
Well,
your dog's
yeah, so.
I don't know. I wasn't home.
My part-time dog. Oh, yeah. This was not good for the dogs out there.
So
I'm just saying.
We'll get to the weather in a minute, but first, topping the news today, we have a cause of death on the Verona Marine and 2 others found dead in a car on Sunday.
Lawmakers want answers from the Pentagon about UFOs. I'm Natalie Brand with the testimony from a rare hearing on Capitol Hill about the unexplained phenomena.
And what would concerts on the square be without some severe weather earlier in the day, right? We are live from the Capitol Square.
But first, that severe weather we just mentioned swept through the area today. The area hit hardest were Rock and Greene counties. A house on Concord Street in Janesville had a tree go through the roof.
The building director within the Janesville Public Works Department told News 3 Now that crews were on the scene checking out the house today to see if it's inhabitable.
Well, that's a mess. Oh, thunder.
Yeah.
This is this morning, Olin Park.
Wow, that's serious thunder.
It's a welcome sign, though. We need the rain.
Yeah.
But a hot time in the city tomorrow, that's for sure. Greg's here with the forecast.
Yeah, we definitely have the hot conditions here. It's already getting hot just today with the sun coming out. It was only the low 70s. Now we're almost into the mid 80s with those dew points even warmer. We do have a heat advisory in effect till noon to 8 p.m. tomorrow for southern west Wisconsin and west of Madison. Heat indexes up to 100. Further south in Iowa and northern Illinois, they could see heat indexes get up to 105. That could be extended through Friday. We also have an alert day for severe thunderstorms. We'll have maybe multiple rounds coming Friday. Could be early morning like we had this morning, and it could be late afternoon or through the night Friday night too. All those details will have to be ironed out, but we definitely do have this threat, and especially for heavy rainfall. That big complex of thunderstorms has pushed to the east, clearing skies. Nothing to be expected this afternoon, this evening, or tonight, really. That's what we're looking at. Temperatures have come up all the way to 90 degrees out to the west where they had clearing skies. We're at 81. We'll still climb actually this evening a little bit until the sun goes down. The big story is the dew points. We're already up to 70, so quite soupy. Even some 80 dew points further south, so it'll be quite muggy overnight. That'll also lead to some other issues. Radar, all that activity is pushed east. There's your rainfall and the storm that we had some wind damage too. Everyone got something. Some areas got 1 to almost 3 inches and a couple swaths there, one to the south of Madison and one towards the Dells. So everyone got something, but some actually got quite a bit. Concert on the square, no issues, but it will be definitely muggy out there. It's definitely the highest dew points we've seen, all right. Temperature's not going to get down much below 70 overnight. That also leads to some potential fog issues tonight. So I'll break down the heat, when we'll see the storms, and when we'll eventually cool off. All that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, we'll check back. Thank you. A group of 3 Marines, including one from Verona, died of carbon monoxide poisoning. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Tanner J. Kaltenberg of Verona and 2 other Marines were found dead inside a privately owned car at a gas station in Hampstead, North Carolina on Sunday morning. In a Facebook post today, the Pender County Sheriff's Office said autopsies found all 3 deaths were consistent with carbon monoxide poisoning. Kaltenberg was a graduate of Verona High School and had been on active duty since May of 2021.
Officials in Beloit say nobody was injured, but a home suffered significant damage in a fire overnight. Fire units were called to a home on the 800 block of Wisconsin Avenue at 4:24 this morning. When crews arrived on scene, flames were visible through the roof, and the home's attic and second floor were already heavily damaged by the fire. The Beloit Fire Department says everyone in the home was able to get out safely, but people living in the 2 separate units in the home were displaced. The Red Cross is helping them find a place to stay.
It was a big day in Green Bay this morning as the Packers officially kicked off training camp.
Sports Director Zach Hanley was there for the first practice of the season.
The Packers kicked off training camp the only way they know how, riding kids' bikes to the practice field, and you could sense a different feel in the air this season and a whole lot of excitement. The team is brand new with a lot to prove. Obviously the headline, new starting quarterback Jordan Love. Now Matt LaFleur's message to the team this morning, embrace the grind. And this group couldn't be more excited to get started.
I was all smiles going out there. It's definitely a different feeling when you're actually able to go out there and participate and have some fun.
Just hungry. Guys are hungry, ready to prove themselves. We know we're being doubted, but we're not going to let anybody write our story. We're going to write our own story. I just smile and that chip on my shoulder just keeps growing bigger. And at the end of the season, we'll look up and we'll have improved a lot of people wrong.
And coming up at 5, Andrew Banstra has more on Jordan Love and his first day as QB1.
All right, Zach, thank you. Football already.
I know.
Well, violent crime reports are out for both Madison and Janesville.
Both are trending in positive directions, giving residents in both something to be optimistic about. News 3 Now's Jalen Banks joins us with more on how the two communities are keeping those rates down.
Mark and Charlotte, violent crimes in Janesville, it's the lowest it's been in over a decade. As for Madison, Chief Sean Bars tells us that year-to-date violent crime is down 15%. The number of overall shootings in Madison are down, but the city has already seen 9 murders just over halfway through the year. There were 11 homicides in Madison all of last year. But other violent crimes in Madison are trending down, something Barnes credits to the department's relationship with the community.
And we're really taking a partnership, community policing approach. That's what it's going to take. You know, these incidences of gun violence that occur, unfortunately, in our city, you know, everyone has to take a role in that. And so we're going to do our part, and we're going to do that with the collaboration of our community.
The city of Janesville only saw 1 homicide last year. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from Janesville Police Chief David Moore on what the low violent crime means for the city.
Jalen, thank you. We'll see you at 6 o'clock. Hunter Biden faced a judge to accept a plea deal that capped a 5-year investigation, but the hearing hit a major snag. Biden walked into the federal courthouse planning to accept a plea deal, but after a tense 3-hour hearing, the agreement fell apart. The president's son instead pleaded not guilty to 2 tax charges after the judge said that she'd not rubber stamped the deal and had serious concerns. The deal started unraveling over questions about its scope. Biden's team said it protected him against future prosecutions, an apparent misunderstanding.
Prosecution was abundantly clear at this hearing that this was not intended to be a global agreement. The defense believed it was.
House Republicans had criticized the agreement as a sweetheart deal and promised to continue their investigations, including scrutiny of the president. After the deal unraveled, the judge gave the 2 sides 2 weeks to address her concerns and said that she'll then reach a decision on whether to accept or reject their agreement. A House Oversight and Accountability Subcommittee held an historic hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena. We used to call those UFOs, remember?
Yeah, I certainly do. Lawmakers heard from 3 witnesses today, including former U.S. military and intelligence community personnel who claim to have come in contact with such objects. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
We have nothing close to it.
Retired Navy Commander David Fravor testified before Congress about an encounter he cannot explain. A strange tic-tac-shaped object he says he saw in the sky during a training mission in 2004.
The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are digging into the national security concerns and the mystery posed by unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, also known as UFOs.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years. I know the exact locations.
A whistleblower who formerly worked on the Defense Department's UAP task force, David Grush, claims he was denied access to information on a government UFO crash retrieval program, something the Pentagon disputes.
Biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
Congress members from both sides of the aisle are demanding more transparency from the U.S. Department of Defense. A recent report revealed the government is investigating more than 650 potential sightings. But Ryan Graves of Americans for Safe Aerospace says there's still a stigma around reporting.
Right now, we need a system where pilots can report without fear of losing their jobs.
The witnesses say better data is needed to determine what the identified objects are and their origins. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Lawmakers on the committee say they'd like to talk to the witnesses again in a classified setting to learn more.
Irish singer Sinead O'Connor has died. RTE, Ireland's public broadcaster, confirmed her death. O'Connor topped the music charts in 1990 with her version of Nothing Compares to You, written by Prince. She won MTV's Video of the Year award. Rolling Stone named her Artist of the Year in 1991. She earned 4 Grammy nominations for the song and the album it was on. O'Connor obliterated the image of the female music star in the late 1980s with a shaved head, stirring performances, and a mouthful of controversial opinions. O'Connor was 56 years old. No details or cause of death was immediately available.
Actor Kevin Spacey has been acquitted of sexual assault charges in connection with alleged incidents 20 years ago involving 4 men. The jury in London returned its verdict today following 3 days of deliberations. Spacey was acquitted of 9 counts, including sexual assault. Prosecutors attempted to persuade jurors that the Oscar-winning actor preyed on younger men and took what he wanted. Spacey insisted the relationships were consensual.
I'm enormously grateful to the jury for having taken the time to examine all of the evidence and all of the facts carefully before they reached their decision. And I am humbled by the outcome today.
Today is Spacey's 64th birthday. This is his second legal victory. A jury also sided with him last fall in a lawsuit brought by Star Trek Discovery actor Anthony Rapp. In another case, prosecutors dropped charges when another alleged victim refused to testify.
A fire on a tall construction crane in Manhattan has caused its arm to hit a building as it crashed to the street below. Photos and video posted on social media show flames bursting from the car of a crane hundreds of feet above 10th Avenue and 41st Street. The crane's arm scraped the top floors of a skyscraper across the street. As it fell, people ran for their lives on the sidewalk below. 6 people were injured in total, 2 firefighters and 4 civilians.
The top part of the crane, the boom, and a 16-ton load crashed to the ground. At that point, we had injuries to civilians and firefighters, but they were minor.
There have been more than 200 firefighters and EMS workers working through the morning, eventually clearing out the street.
A new segment of the Ice Age National Scenic Trail opened this morning. Its 1.3-mile path through the Gibbs Lake County Park near Evansville. Volunteers from the Ice Age Trail Alliance Rock County chapter, along with representatives from the National Park Service, painted the iconic yellow blazes along the path through Evansville, the final step to the path becoming a trail.
Its path highlights the geological significance and many geological features that the last ice age left behind. But not only that, the trail highlights many hundreds of communities.
Rock County now has more than 25 miles of the official Ice Age Trail and almost 40 miles of connecting routes. Well, it is 2 Wednesdays in a row for Concerts on the Square.
We will find out what's on the playlist for tonight's performance. We are going live to the Square with News 3 Now This Morning's Chris Stanford when Live at 4 continues.
Are you sure about this?
I got this. I watched the video online.
I can't help you with that bruised ego, but I can help you replace this roof safely.
Let the experts at Feldco do the heavy lifting this summer with 30% off roofing and siding. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2025.
20% off Feldco roofing and siding ends Monday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well, windows to take in the beautiful future, and is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living, built with the help of angels.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $6,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
Watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. This is definitely not delivery.
DiGiorno is testing vending machine pizza. The company has 2 kiosks inside a Walmart in Colorado and at the Nestle Company's Ohio campus. According to the company, the vending machines have a commercial-grade oven inside, so they can serve cooked DiGiorno's 10-inch thin crust pizzas in cheese and pepperoni. It only takes 3 minutes, and each pie costs about $9. New home sales are dropping. They were down 2.5% in June compared to May, but sales for new construction is still up nearly 24% from a year ago. Buyers have been relying on those builds as an alternative to existing homes. That's because there just aren't many homes for sale. This slump could mean affordability is becoming more of a concern for prospective homeowners. Mortgage rates reached a high of nearly 7% at the beginning of June.
And this won't help. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates today by 1/4 percentage point, taking interest rates to the highest level in more than 2 decades. That resulted in a mixed session on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 82 points, but the NASDAQ lost 17 points. The S&P 500 was down fractionally. Well, despite some rain earlier today, the Concerts on the Square is on for tonight, and it should be a great show.
The theme is jeans and classic, and
that describes Chris Stanford, I think.
And Chris Stanford is there with a preview of what we can expect. Good afternoon to you, Chris.
Hey, good to see you guys. Yeah, a couple of millennials here. We got a couple of late 30s, 40-year-old guys. Of course, we've got the CEO of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, Joel Lane, is here. Isn't it great to see this sea of blankets out on the lawn?
It's incredible. It's to be a 4:15 and see that many blankets, it's going to be a big night.
Especially after what we saw this morning with those storms coming through. Like, we needed another night that was going to get delayed from the weather, huh?
No,
we didn't. We didn't.
Really?
No, not at all.
No, but you know, your team, your weather team does a fantastic job calling it. So we just all were patient, waiting for the sun to come out, and here we are.
So there is an easy way for folks at home to donate to make sure that we keep Concerts on the Square going. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of Concerts on the Square, people are being asked to give $40. How can they do that?
You can go to our website, wcoconcerts.org. You can also text concerts to 801-801, and you hit it right on the head. I mean, I always get crazy, just in awe. 6 million people have done this since 1984, and this organization has lifted this concert series for our community, and it cost us $1 million to do. So it's supported and propped up by the community, so $40 for 40 years.
Can't do it without the community's help. All right, so the theme tonight is Millennial Mixtape, a Millennial Mixtape. What kind of tracks or what kind of songs should people look forward to if they come out to the Capitol Square?
Well, let me put it this way. I have dear friends on the block that I live on, and she called me up when she saw the set list, and she said, Joe, every other week I bring all the moms together and we hang out on my porch. And your millennial mixtape is exactly what I play. So we hit the nail on the head. You're going to see Coldplay, Sia, Adele, Bruno Mars, Outkast, a little bit of everything. It's going to be singing for an hour and a half. I can't wait. I can't wait. I've listened to it twice.
So, like, we grew up around the same time frame. We were just talking about off camera, making that mixtape when we were kids, burning that CD with all of our favorite songs on it. Is that going to be kind of like the feel tonight?
I think so. If I had to guess, at least 1% of our audience will go home on their Spotify account and make the identical millennial playlist on their Spotify.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? Well, we have some gorgeous sunny weather. The skies are clear. A little bit of breeze out here makes it feel so much better. Yeah, it's a little humid, but as the evening winds down, oh, it's going to feel oh so nice down here.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring this concert to our community in 2 hours and 40 minutes.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Joe, always good to talk to you.
Thank you, Chris.
Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm considered a geriatric millennial or an elder millennial. So in honor of Mixtape Night, I put my own little mixtape together. So let's see the tracks. Let's see it. So I'm going to kick things off with the Foo Fighters. Okay. Hero from Foo Fighters to get the crowd going.
Good start.
Then we're going to go to Beastie Boys, a little Intergalactic from the Beastie Boys, followed by Smashing Pumpkins with 1979, Radiohead playing Creep, and Weezer with a little Undone the Sweater song. Then we're going to kick it up a notch, Joe, with a little Rage Against the Machine and Bulls on Parade. Then I'm going to break up the rock with the banger from the Fugees, Ready or Not, from the Fugees.
So good.
Classic ska, Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun next. And Pearl Jam, Daughter then as the penultimate track. And then every good mixtape has to have a solid ender, right? So we're going to go with Boyz II Men, End of the Road. A little R&B classic there from Boyz II Men. What do you think?
This is epic. Can I add a secret track?
Sure, yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, you remember those? Like you play the tape for 10 minutes and then you get a secret track at the end. Okay, what do you got?
Peaches, President of the United States of America.
Mark Charlotte, I know you remember that one. Maybe 96, 97-ish?
Number 6 on their self-titled album.
There you go. You had it. You had it. I'm sure I had it burned on a CD somewhere or recorded onto a tape. All right, for now, live down here on the Capitol Square, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you. Thank you to Joe as well.
You want to see our 8 tracks?
Peggy Lee, Stan Kent.
Thank you very much,
Thanks, Chris
and Joe.
Well, the Korean War came to an end 70 years ago tomorrow.
We will meet some survivors of this bloody 3-year conflict coming up after Greg's First One forecast.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Does our foam insulation save on energy costs? Listen to this.
After USA Insulation came in and put the foam in, we noticed almost immediately the following month it was about a $40 decrease in our bill. The following month after that, it was around $50, $55. So we started seeing results almost immediately after they put the insulation in.
After the installation was done, we've cut our bills in half, both winter and summer.
USA Insulation.
Well, take a look at this. 4 sea turtles were released off the coast of Cape Cod by an animal rescue team. The turtles spent more than 8 months at the New England Aquarium's Sea Turtle Hospital as they underwent treatment for hypothermia-related conditions, including pneumonia, dehydration, and trauma. During the 2022 cold stunning season, the aquarium treated 518 sea turtles that were rescued from the shores of Cape Cod. Of those, 13 remain in the hospital's care but should be released later this summer. It's always a big deal when these turtles go back into the sea.
It really is.
Always draws the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Good
It's exciting to see.
Good work,
I'll
folks.
just wait till the one that turns around and says nope.
I'm going back in the hospital. Food's better.
Well, that's what I would do.
All right, steamy night.
Steamy, it's going to be one of those nights. Windows are going to be fogged up, pipes are going to be sweating. It's definitely going to be one of those nights with fog.
It's a country song, I think, in there
it
somewhere.
probably is. We got heat, we got storms, we got everything in the forecast, but we also got a nice weekend, too. All that coming up after the break.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentix works for me.
Cosentix helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentix.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Bodies summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Complete your deck's makeover with 11% off Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Ultra-advanced stain and sealant protects and highlights the natural beauty of wood with UV light and abrasion resistance, ensuring a beautiful, long-lasting finish. A gallon is $34.49 after rebate. Use Paramount semi-transparent stain and sealant to give exterior wood the most advanced protection. It provides a powerful mildew and algae-resistant coating that guards against water damage. Get a gallon for $38.97 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You got me.
Tag.
you're in. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, with a change of air mass from hot to humid to dry and more comfortable, we definitely have a front, and that means you can have severe weather, and that's what we're looking for Friday. Multiple rounds are potentially coming through. Really, the big thing to look for is gusty winds, damaging winds, and heavy rainfall. This is kind of the flash flooding season for us. So those two, hail and other things can't be ruled out, but those are the two main things. So once again, we'll fine-tune these details as it comes out because we're going to have issues that are going to go on. So as we look at the severe threat, if we go ahead, the screen is not moving right now. Let's do that. And there we go, finally got it. Overall, the severe threat, not much. That was today, later today, that we've had that push east, so that's not the thing. Tomorrow is when the threat goes to the north, and then we're going to see conditions then actually improve. But then it comes Thursday into Friday is when the threat comes through. It's once again, it's going to be a late night, early morning, and then maybe another round too. So a lot of uncertainty of timing, but we definitely have the potential. Rainfall, one thing we have to keep with this is we do have heavy rain potential with these multiple rounds coming through. This is just an idea right now. We could see another 1 to 2 inches with this round coming through, maybe even locally more. So flash flooding will be somewhat to keep an eye on. Once again, this is the season to see it more. So right now we have fog tonight. We're going to be dealing with the thunderstorms mentioned through Saturday. The big thing will be Friday. Severe threat, once again, already mentioned is Friday. The temperatures, the good news is once we have 100 degrees heat index tomorrow, Friday may be slightly cooler, but we still might be doing some heat issues Friday, but the weekend's less humid, cooler, and next week looks about average, low to mid 80s, so that's a positive. Right now, yesterday, really this ridge has begun to expand, and it's putting the storm track right over us here today. We've seen these complexes come through, diving south. Now we're going to see really the hot conditions before this system out to the west basically breaks it down and brings more rounds of showers and thunderstorms. So really typical pattern that we see occasionally for the end of July into August. As we track out, here's the one wave that's going to come through Thursday. That'll stay to the north. That won't be a problem tomorrow. Then we're going to start seeing another complex to the north Thursday night. That'll dive southward. Will it get to us? That'll be another thing to keep an eye on for early Friday morning. We'll have another round developing late Thursday night into Friday morning, and then afternoon into evening Friday is the one we're going to have to watch because there could be multiple rounds coming through depending on where this sets up. So we could have severe threats from early Friday all the way to Friday night too. Once we get to Saturday, everything then should calm down. Really, so looking at tonight, no issues. Really, the big issue is going to be the fog potential as we get towards the morning. Just with all the humidity, the rainfall that we've had, you might be waking up some dense fog. Once the fog breaks, we're going to be back up into the mid-90s potentially in most areas. That'll be heat indexes probably close to 100 or there above a little bit. Storm chances really don't start coming up. There's the one that's Thursday night that may dive south. Right now, it looks like it's going to stay to the north, but then we have one coming right through about the same time we had this morning, west to east. That'll break up, and then by late afternoon, evening, we got more rounds coming through potentially that could be strong to severe. Once again, heavy rain, the high wind threat is going to be the big thing. A lot of these details need to be worked out because they all play a factor in what goes on several hours later too. So to stay tuned for updates on that severe weather potential. Otherwise, the weekend looks good, low 80s, very comfortable conditions, and then we'll be climbing back up to the low to mid 80s as we get back up into next week with some rain chances, but all in all, it's going to be much quieter, much more pleasant conditions expected next week once we get through the next probably 36, 48 hours of heat, humidity, thunderstorms, and fog too.
Okay.
Wow, everything.
We'll keep it on.
Yeah, it's end of July, early August. This is very typical. We get this occasionally. It doesn't last long, but it does bring, especially heavy rain threat is a big thing, flash flooding this time of year, because one of those sits over a certain area, or you have multiple rounds over one area, you can get pretty heavy rainfall.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on things.
Thank you.
Well, tomorrow marks the 70th anniversary of the armistice that brought fighting during the Korean War to an end.
The dwindling number of surviving veterans still struggle with memories of the fighting and death. Paula Hancock reports.
Kim Jae-soo walks among the tombstones of fallen comrades. Young lives cut short during the Korean War, more than 2.5 million killed during the brutal 3-year conflict.
전부 배치되어 있으니까 사람이 희생되면은 또 그 지휘관이 어디가 있는지도 몰라요.
Kim joined the military just before North Korea invaded its southern neighbour in 1950, a war that ended not in a peace treaty, but in an armistice on July 27, 1953. Kim stayed in the military for 17 years. He says memories of the sheer number of dead bodies during the war has never left him. He recalls intense fighting at the Hill of the White Horse in 1952, where Chinese troops supporting North Korea battled for control of a hill that now lies within the DMZ, the demilitarized zone between the two Koreas.
항상 죽을 것이라고 생각했지. 산다고 하는 것은 그런 거는 상상지도 못하며 고향산천 간다 한 것을 갖다가 생각지 않았습니다. 그 당시에 오로지 싸운다 그런 그것뿐이고.
The battle lasted 10 days, killing thousands on all sides. Kim says all he could do for those who fell was to cover their bodies with straw blankets. Efforts continue to bring all those lost back home, no matter which side they fought on. This ceremony was to repatriate remains of Chinese fighters. The United States says they have just under 7,500 Americans still unaccounted for. North Korea's cooperation is sporadic at best and dependent on relations with Seoul and Washington. This monument in the UN cemetery is for those who were lost during the Korean War but have yet to be found. There are 13 of these slates filled with the names of UN troops, and the inscription says it is for those who have no known grave.
It really brings to heart that during the tragedies of war, there are some really great things, such as sacrifice from individuals.
Soldiers from 21 countries fought in South Korea's defence when the war broke out 73 years ago. Those who fought and survived are shrinking in numbers, making their memories all the more precious. Kim pays tribute to soldiers from all over the world in a poem he wrote, saying he is alive today because of them.
대답 없는 산천 초목 너도 아픔 가졌지. 전우야 잘 짜거라. 우리 다시 만나 백마 타고 백마산 상공을 날아보자.
Paula Hancock's CNN, Busan, South Korea.
You can feel or hear the pain in his voice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, sneakers are becoming more common with suits. We'll tell you why.
And then at 5, we speak to the head of a big movie theater chain about the Barbenheimer trend and the future of cinema post-pandemic.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $6,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contracture, there's a simple test you can take from anywhere. Try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contracture. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
New at 5, we're getting a blast from the past tonight at Concerts on the Square. News 3 Now is looking into which songs made the mixtape.
I'm here on Concerts on the Square. We're tracking some pretty hot temperatures and some severe weather the next few days. I'll have more details at 5.
And ahead at 6, we're in Green Bay for day 1 of Packers training camp. How Jordan Love did in his first day as a starting quarterback.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Phoenix, where it's a pleasant 114 degrees.
But it's a dry heat.
28 days in a row, over 110.
Wow.
97 at night. As sneakers take over the workplace, the fashion phenomenon is getting powerful backers in Washington. You can see sneakers with a suit look in offices all across the country, now even in the halls of Congress.
Scott McFarlane, who sports sneakers himself, shows us how a group on Capitol Hill is trying to bridge the political and generational divide through shoes.
It's easy to get swept up in the historic grandeur of Congress, but if you look down, you'll see something entirely untraditional. The buttoned-up world of Capitol Hill is turning to laces.
They got a match.
Florida freshman Congressman Jared Moskowitz is trying to get Congress to catch up with the people it represents by changing part of Washington's centuries-old dress code.
As Congress gets younger, which is happening, you're going to see more and more people wearing sneakers.
Moskowitz calls himself a sneakerhead.
You have a few pairs?
Yes.
How many is a few?
Over 100.
He thinks Congress is holding on to an outdated tradition of wearing uncomfortable shoes while carrying out the people's business.
If you go to corporate America and you go into office buildings, people have already started to abandon, Oxfords.
The floodgates began to break in May when House leaders wore dress sneakers to a meeting between congressional leaders and President Biden in the Oval Office. A room which for generations has strictly been the land of Oxfords and loafers. From the cobblestones of Wall Street to the bright lights of television, for some professional men and women, sneakers aren't just fashionable, they're practical. Robin Gavon is a Pulitzer Prize-winning fashion journalist at The Washington Post.
I think there are some people for whom it is just purely a matter of, hey, these shoes are comfortable and I just want something nice on my feet.
You wear this to work. Somebody from the other party might talk to you about them.
Well, that's the whole idea.
Moskowitz and Oregon Republican Lori Chavez DeRemer have formed a bipartisan congressional sneaker caucus.
Do you find these sneakers start conversations?
They do. And
like real ones?
It starts conversations with staff. It starts conversations with other members. It starts conversations with Capitol Police. It starts conversations with visitors. There's a cultural change happening.
There are some political divides, though, that are so wide, even talk of footwear can't bridge them. And there are still areas of the Capitol, including right off the U.S. House floor, where you are turned away if you show up in sneakers. As fashion changes, there are still some workplaces across America that just cling to tradition. Scott McFarlane, CBS News, the Capitol.
It's a growing trend.
It is. I see this often.
Especially on me.
Look at this. See, you got the high-end fashionable sneaker that goes with the suit.
Yeah, the Cole-Haan.
Of course, the Cole-Haan.
But they got to be comfortable.
Yes, no, that's important.
You get to a certain age, you like comfortable shoes.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Coming up next, we're hitting the road in comfort and luxury.
We are going behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 midsize SUV. Just stay with us.
Is summer fun on your agenda? If not, it should be, because we are at Wisconsin RV World today with Miss Christine Egan, the lady who knows everything about these beautiful units behind us. 78 years in business, 4-generation family-run business. I know you love this opportunity to help people have fun in the summer. So what are some options of these great things?
You can get anything from a single axle to a bunkhouse to a couples unit.
to toy hauler, travel trailers, and fifth wheel. The sky's the limit.
I love it so much. You have all of the models on the floor right here. What about solar? People are always wondering about, are these units solar ready?
You can get it with either solar ready or solar on board.
Okay.
Solar on board means that you actually have the solar panels on the roof and ready to go.
Can I get in one of these? Because
Yeah.
I love them so much. Someday I'm gonna have one. Will you show me one?
Yeah, we'll get outside and look.
Christine, every time I'm here, I'm amazed at your selection.
This is one you might really like.
Let's go see it. Be the hero of your family and make it a fun summer here at Wisconsin RV World. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Now we just need a deck of cards and a cold beverage. Get over here.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
If you ever find yourself in a negotiation, one that involves you or your family being injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side. One who will not blink. No matter the size of the case, you want an advocate, totally prepared, impossible to rattle. Someone who has recovered more million-dollar results for their clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. You don't earn a reputation by bluffing. You earn it by fighting and winning since 1930. Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Yeah, overall, everything looks good for track-wise around the Beltline. Everything's looked good. No really major breakdowns or crashes to speak of. No real construction as you go down to Verona, but so far, no issues out to the west to Mount Horeb. Everything is looking good. Up to the north to the Dells, no major issues to speak of, too. And then as you go down to the south towards Janesville, we're looking good, too. We won't deal with the storms tomorrow, but we will deal with some fog, so visibility issues could be a problem for the morning commute in some of the dense areas, especially near rivers and low-lying areas. We could get down to a half mile at times. Could be locally dense. It'll probably take to about 7 to 9 a.m. to see those conditions improve, but then it's going to get hot and humid with more storms coming late Thursday night through Friday with the severe potentials. And we got the heat advisory out tomorrow and the alert day on Friday, you guys.
Well, Subway is running a promotion in August, giving sandwich fans a chance to win free sandwiches for life if they agree to change their first name to Subway. Once a winner is chosen, the company will pay the winner's legal fees to assume, quote, a new iconic identity. Subway has roughly 37,000 franchise-run locations in upwards of 100 countries. The contest begins August 1st.
So we'll have to change all the chirons for your name.
Exactly. It'll be Subway de l'Este. We'll just
it's got a ring to it.
Just do Subway, like Cher, Madonna,
Just one
Beyonce.
One word.
Okay. On January 29th, 1886, Carl Benz applied for a patent for his vehicle powered by a gas engine, and the patent number 37435 may be regarded as the birth certificate of the automobile.
Mercedes-Benz has come a long way since then, now heavily into the SUV market. The all-new 2023 GLC 300 enters a very competitive midsize SUV field. Let's check it out as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. What have we here?
We have a Mercedes SUV, something we haven't had in a while, Mark.
In white?
Yes, the white is, it's sort of a default color. You know, it doesn't do this vehicle any favors because it's, you know, a fairly common vehicle in shape, and the white makes it look even more ordinary, shall we say, and it's not an ordinary vehicle.
Not ordinary by any means. It is a Mercedes-Benz, after all, an automobile maker known for its technology, performance, and engineering. And the GLC 300 shines in at least 2 of those categories. Let's just say it's not a hot rod.
It has a 2-liter turbocharged engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid in it, so it makes about 250 horsepower, 285 pound-feet of torque. You can tow a little bit with this if you want to. This is a bread and butter vehicle for Mercedes-Benz.
Which seems a little oxymoronic.
Yeah, exactly. This is that really popular mid-size SUV that everybody sells a ton of, especially in this premium category.
And premium is not only just the grade of gas you should use in this mid-size Merc, it also describes the interior.
We've got really nice leather seats, heated, ventilated, the heated steering wheel. All the technology on this thing is state-of-the-art, both from a, advanced driver assist system, satellite navigation, all that stuff. And plus you get these really nice little massaging seats as well, Mark.
They're subtle.
Yeah, it's not a full massage. It's more of a, hey, I'm just moving things around a little bit to keep you from getting too settled, right?
Subtle.
Subtle, yeah. And
everything about this car is
actually,
subtle.
that's a really good description for it. It's not a high-performance car. It's all about comfort, quiet, convenience, and that's why it sells so well. Not everybody wants the highest horsepower, the sportiest, the craziest vehicle. Yeah, they make a 600 horsepower SUV with AMG on it, but that's not this. This is for the person who just wants quiet, comfort, and no drama.
Even the price isn't dramatic for a Mercedes-Benz anyway.
The GLC starts at about $47,000. That's a rear-wheel drive only version. When you get to all-wheel drive, you add $2,000 to this. This one is sort of the mid-trim package, and it stickers out at about $56,000.
Harvey has a cousin who lives in California who sees a lot of these GLC 300s.
She lives in Palm Springs and sees a lot of them with it's very popular among the retiree set.
A Palm Springs retiree car,
exactly.
Especially in white.
Yeah, the white is a dead giveaway on that, but you can get 11 different colors, 13 different interior options, 9 different wheels for this vehicle, so there are a number of ways you can configure it and make it your own.
Do you agree with that description?
It's a car for someone who appreciates comfort. And that's really what this is all about. It's not a car to thrill you. It's a car you can buy, though, and be proud of because it's a Mercedes. It makes that statement.
It is a statement.
That does look like a beautiful car.
Yeah, the interior is spectacular.
And the massage is it's just subtle.
Just subtle. The whole thing is subtle, especially in white. Thank you, Harvey. RidesandDrives.com for more on this car, and we'll have a final check of... No, we're not. We'll be right back.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhafels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology that feels up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Right now, save $500 on the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress. Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses are just $74 per month when using Steinhafels 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination.
Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course meal starting at $30 featuring wine and more starting July 23rd through the 28th. For a list of participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. It's a perfect opportunity to sample some of Madison's local restaurants. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week 2023. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, Bergstrom Cadillac and Chevrolet. Wine sponsor, Delicato and Frederick Wildman.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Look, Mom, I found one. Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Take a look at this. A tree pierces a local home. News 3 Now surveys the storm damage from around Rock County. Plus, cinema is alive and well while theaters say moviegoers are getting excited about the big screen again. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now, first warn weather. When you're planning your day, accuracy matters. Trust Madison certified most accurate team, so you'll know what to expect when you head out the door. First warn weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor has all the latest medical news.
And we head to Crawford County to visit a most unusual farm with some interesting critters in our Traveler Throwback Thursday.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
The new T-Box Event and Dining Room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, in today's Final Touch, a couple has a surprise at dinner.
They were having clams. A Rhode Island couple turned a surprise from a seafood special. They were enjoying clams at their Waverly restaurant when she shut, slurped, and then spit out a stunning surprise, a perfectly shaped oval pearl. The odds of finding a pearl, about 1 in a million. The couple turned their lucky find into their tailor-made ring. They took the pearl to a jeweler by the name of, we're not making this up, Mark Fishbone, who turned the pearl into an engagement ring.
Oh.
She said yes.
That is perfect.
So get some clams next time and celebrate. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.